I always believed that love arrives loudly, with fireworks, with certainty, with the kind of clarity people write poems about. But the love that changed everything started quietly, with a letter I was never supposed to find. It happened on a rainy Wednesday morning. I came home early from work because the power in our office went out. When I walked into my apartment, I found an envelope tucked under my door. No name, no address, just a single word written in soft, careful handwriting. For you. I didn't recognize it. The handwriting looked familiar, almost painfully familiar, but I couldn't place it. My first thought was that it was from my ex. My second thought was that it was a prank. Still, I opened it. Inside was a letter, 3 pages, written neatly, slowly, like someone had rewritten it a dozen times before sending it. The first line made my heart stop. I have loved you in silence for almost 2 years. I sat down. My hands were shaking, but not from fear, from something else. Something I didn't want to name yet. The letter continued. You don't see me the way I see you, but I see the way you smile when you think no one is watching. I see how you take care of everyone except yourself. I know the things you wish you could say out loud. I know the things you're afraid to lose. I know your favorite songs. The way you tap your fingers when you're nervous, and the way you stare out the window when you're deep in thought. You are loved, even when you feel invisible. I stared at the words for a long time. Someone knew me, really knew me. But who? The letter had no signature, no hints, nothing. For the next few days, I became obsessed. I looked at everyone differently, every friend, every coworker, every neighbor. Who would write something so gentle and not sign their name? And then, a week later, I received another letter. This one was shorter, only one sentence. If you want to know who I am, meet me at the old bookstore on Friday at 6 p.m. My heart dropped. The old bookstore was where I always went whenever I felt overwhelmed. It was my quiet place, my safe place. Whoever this was knew that. Friday came too quickly. All day, my stomach felt like it was folding in on itself. By the time I reached the bookstore, my hands were cold. The bell over the door chimed softly. The air smelled like paper, dust, and memories. There were only two other people inside, an elderly man reading in the corner, and someone standing in the poetry section with their back turned to me. I took a breath, a deep one, and said, Hello? The person turned around, and I froze. It was Liam, my longtime friend, the one I shared coffee breaks with, the one I trusted with everything except my own feelings, the one who always showed up when I needed someone, even before I asked. He looked nervous, more nervous than I'd ever seen him. I didn't want to scare you, he said quietly. I just didn't know how to tell you what I felt. And I thought if I said it face to face, you would run. I swallowed hard because he was right. I probably would have run. But standing there in that little bookstore with the rain tapping against the windows, I felt something settle inside me, something warm, something honest. I read your letters, I whispered. He smiled just a little. Yeah, I hoped you would. I didn't know, I said. It was the only thing I could say, the only thing that felt true. I know, he replied. You never see yourself the way others do. Silence stretched between us. Not awkward, just full. Full of things I was finally ready to feel. Then he took a small step closer. Only one. Enough to ask a question without speaking. I didn't step back. That was my answer. His shoulders relaxed. He let out a breath he'd probably been holding for months, maybe years. I don't want to rush you, he said softly. I don't expect anything. I just wanted you to know the truth. And then, for the first time, I realized something. I had been waiting for love to knock loudly on my door, but real love had been whispering beside me the entire time. I looked up at him. I want to try, I said. My voice was shaking, but steady enough. He froze, then smiled the gentlest smile I'd ever seen. And just like that, the letter I was never meant to read became the beginning of everything.